Marvel Studios is definitely moving faster on Deadpool 3 now than they ever were before. Because on top of them confirming that the original writers of Deadpool 1 and 2 and the director, a Free Guy, are on board, we now got a production update. So this has been confirmed by multiple other sources, but Production Weekly was the one to first update projects that are going to be starting production soon. Again, soon could be relative. It could be tomorrow, it could be a year and a half from now, but it guarantees that Marvel Studios is trying to lock down contracts. They're trying to lock down production locations and what streets, for example, are going to be shut off for what when they do stunts and things like that. This gets the ball rolling on contracts and, things in motion that make the final end result possible so they can start shooting. Production Weekly officially confirming that Deadpool 3 is at that stage means that now that they've locked in the writers, the director, they obviously got the star, and they can start renegotiating, if they haven't already, the contracts to who's coming back. It means that they are confident enough that this project will be around the next wave of shooting. Now again, there's also a couple other things that obviously have been in production for a while that have to get out of the way first. Chances are Blade will shoot before Deadpool. There's also countless Disney Plus shows that have yet to begin, such as Armor Wars, for example, which again indicates that this thing would move forward probably after that, thus giving it a more of a soon in regards to a year to a year and a half from now. But Deadpool could also end up being an exception where, depending on the budget and if they go on the cheaper side of it, and if they go for the super cheap side of it like the other films did, where they go to Vancouver or parts of Canada in general, where Marvel typically doesn't shoot a lot, they could honestly get this thing pumped out sooner than most people expect, because it wouldn't take away from having to work in some of the other locations that other productions are on. And maybe that's going to be their goal. Maybe the Deadpool franchise can kind of shoot outside the parameters of the core MCU, which I think would be intelligent. It's a different style of film, a completely different thing. So let's make it kind of retain what made Deadpool a little bit different than the rest of the comic book films in regards to the city it's in, the tone, the look of everything, right? So again, I think you would have to kind of start productions outside of the United States, but I suppose we'll see soon enough, and we'll figure out what happens next relatively soon whenever we hear official details.